Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay is your father?
I really do.
Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Jay-Z just got hit with a legal bomb, and 50 Cent is loving every second of it. After years of silence, a judge has finally allowed Rymir Satterthwaite's paternity case to move forward, and the deadline for Jay-Z to respond is ticking. But that's not even the craziest part. Word is, 50 Cent is paying Rymir's legal fees and putting him in a new documentary aimed straight at Jay-Z and Diddy. And guess who else is being dragged into the drama? Beyoncé. Rumors say she's been trying to shut this case down for years, calling it a threat to their image. But now, the truth might finally come out. Could this expose shake the Carter empire? Could Jay-Z's legacy be rewritten by one court order? But that wasn't the whole story. Because what Rymir says happened back in 1992 could destroy everything Jay-Z built, starting with the truth about his past. So who is this man shaking up the entire Carter empire? His name is Rymir Satterthwaite, but most people think of him as Jay-Z's hidden son. And he's not some random guy chasing fame. He's been fighting this paternity case since he was just 19 years old. That's nearly half his life spent trying to prove one thing, that Jay-Z is his biological father.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Rymir was raised by his mother, Wanda, who passed away before ever getting closure. She always told him the same thing, that his real father wasn't the man listed on his birth certificate, but Sean Carter, better known to the world as Jay-Z. Back in 2011, the man originally named on the birth certificate, Robert Graves, took a DNA test and was officially removed. That left one possibility. Since then, Rymir's life has been in and out of courtrooms. He says all he wants is the truth. No clout, no money, just the facts. And despite being ignored, blocked, and even hit with legal threats, he's never backed down. Now, thanks to a recent court ruling, he finally has a shot at getting the truth he's been chasing for over a decade. But the deeper you go into this case, the darker it gets. Because the story of how Jay-Z allegedly met Rymir's mother back in the early 90s opens up a whole new level of controversy and maybe even criminal risk.
That she met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then...
According to Rymir's mother, Wanda, everything started in 1992, when she was just 16 years old. She says she met Jay-Z in Philadelphia while he was still going by his street name Rock. He wasn't the billionaire mogul we know today, just a young man trying to make it in music with ties to the street life. But even then, he had influence. Wanda claims Jay-Z picked her up and took her across state lines to Brooklyn, where they allegedly spent time together at his aunt's apartment. Not long after that, she realized she was pregnant. Now, here's where things get serious. At that time, Jay-Z would have been in his early 20s, and the age of consent in Pennsylvania was 17. That means if what Wanda said is true, this wasn't just a teenage romance. It could have been a legal problem, especially with the added layer of crossing state borders. That alone could lead to serious charges depending on the timing and details. But after those few encounters, Jay-Z allegedly vanished. No calls, no support, no follow-up. Wanda couldn't reach him, and she eventually put her then-boyfriend's name on the birth certificate just to keep things moving. But that was never the truth, and she knew it.
My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
And just when it seemed like this case would fade into the past, Rymir grew up and started demanding answers. And that's when the real legal fight began.
I really try not to get frustrated, you know, basically. I really try not to think about it, you know, I go on with my life because, you know, anything could happen, but you know, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. You know, I still gotta work and bring in income for me. You know, I can't sit around. You know, I gotta get up off my feet and do something. You know, I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, you know, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, you know, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out, because, you know, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, you know, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down, like, you know.
Once Rymir pushed for a DNA test, everything changed. Instead of getting answers, he ran into legal roadblocks, missing documents, and what many believe was a full-blown cover-up. According to court records and public statements, Jay-Z's legal team began doing everything possible to stop the case from moving forward. And it wasn't just lawyers delaying things. There were claims of courtroom fraud, judicial bias, and even tampered filings. One of the most shocking excuses came when Jay-Z's team argued that he couldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he didn't live there. But Rymir clapped back with receipts. He found property records showing Jay-Z did own real estate in the state during that time. So, if that excuse didn't hold up, why was he still refusing? It gets even wilder. Rymir and his godmother say there were early talks of settling the matter privately. At one point, Jay-Z's team allegedly even considered signing Rymir to a record label deal to keep things quiet. But the tone shifted fast. New lawyers came in, communication shut down, and everything suddenly became hostile. Rymir believes powerful people were working behind the scenes to make this case disappear no matter the cost. But instead of giving up, he kept pushing. And that's when a very familiar name stepped into the spotlight, 50 Cent. And what he did next? That shook the entire hip-hop world. Just when Jay-Z thought he had the upper hand, 50 Cent jumped into the mix, and he didn't come quietly. Known for his savage, trolling, and fearless attitude, 50 is now doing more than cracking jokes. He's reportedly funding Rymir's legal team and featuring him in an upcoming documentary that's set to expose not just Jay-Z, but also Diddy and other big names in hip-hop.
What makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z? That
was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
For 50, this isn't just entertainment, it's personal. We've seen 50 go after stars before, but this time, he's on a mission. Insiders say he's tired of powerful men in the industry hiding behind money and lawyers while brushing off real people and real pain. And now, he's using his own platform and cash to push the truth to the surface. It's no secret that 50 and Jay-Z have had underlying tension for years. They've never been close, and their styles couldn't be more different. Jay plays the quiet chess game behind closed doors, while 50 throws punches in public. But this time, it looks like 50's going for the knockout. The timing couldn't be worse for Jay. With lawsuits flying around Diddy and people questioning the legacy of hip-hop's biggest names, this new wave of accountability is turning into a storm. But Jay-Z's not the only one under fire, because now eyes are turning to Beyoncé, and whispers say she's been trying to keep this case buried from the very beginning.
Beyonce's thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us, and basically we just got stepped over.
As Jay-Z's name keeps getting dragged deeper into this mess, Beyoncé is starting to feel the heat, too. Multiple sources claim she's known about this situation for years and may have played a quiet role in keeping it out of the spotlight. According to Rymir's camp, someone close to Beyoncé allegedly told him to go away, little boy. It's not confirmed, but the rumor alone sets social media on fire. People are now asking, how much did Beyoncé really know? And why hasn't she spoken up? After all, she's built her brand around family, strength, and truth. But if she's been trying to protect Jay-Z from a decades-old scandal involving an underage girl, that picture-perfect image might not be so perfect after all. It gets even deeper. Some fans believe Beyoncé's team helped shape the couple's public image by controlling what gets out and what stays buried. This case could have ruined that clean brand. A child from a rumored underage relationship? That would change everything. Whether Beyoncé was actively involved or just trying to shield her family from the fallout, one thing's clear. She's now caught in the middle. And with 50 Cent turning the pressure all the way up, hiding won't be so easy anymore. But while Beyoncé tries to stay silent, the streets are buzzing again because there's another twist that could blow this story wide open, and it's connected to Diddy. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get messier, Diddy's name entered the picture. With Diddy facing his own legal troubles, people started digging and found signs that Jay-Z might be closer to the chaos than he lets on. Some are now asking if these scandals are part of a much bigger puzzle, with secrets and favors buried deep in the industry. Insiders say Jay-Z's camp even tried to distance him from Diddy, claiming they were never close. But security teams and insiders tell a different story. Diddy was always chasing Jay-Z, showing up to his concerts, brunches, events. Meanwhile, Jay rarely returned the favor, and when Jay married Beyoncé, Diddy didn't even get an invite. So were they business partners, rivals, or something more complicated? Some believe Diddy may have info that could hurt Jay-Z, and with court cases piling up, that info might just come out. But behind the rumors and alliances, one voice still refuses to be silenced. Because for Rymir, this battle was never about fame. It was always about the truth. Through all the noise, one thing stays clear. Rymir just wants answers. For over a decade, he's fought this legal battle without fame, big lawyers, or millions in his pocket. He's faced doubt, insults, and silence. But still, he shows up. Why? Because he says this isn't about destroying Jay-Z. It's about finding out who his real father is and honoring the memory of his late mother, Wanda, who died still fighting for the truth. Rymir's not chasing clout or cash. In interviews, he's made it clear, I don't want money, I want the truth. He talks about growing up without knowing his full family history, about worrying for his health and his kids' future, and about watching people call his mother a liar for decades. He wants others like him to feel strong enough to search for their truth. Don't be afraid, he says. You deserve answers. But now, the clock is ticking fast, and the July 18th deadline might finally force Jay-Z to face the truth, or run from it once again. The clock is winding down, and July 18th could be the day everything changes. Jay-Z has two choices: take the DNA test, or keep dodging and face even more backlash. If he's not the father, why not just prove it and move on? That's the question millions are asking. With 50 Cent funding the fight, Rymir refusing to back down, and the courts finally paying attention, Jay-Z might be out of moves. And if the claims about Beyoncé's involvement or ties to Diddy's scandals are even partly true, this could turn into the biggest fall from grace hip-hop has ever seen. This isn't just a paternity case anymore. It's a test of truth, power, and legacy. One man wants answers. One man has the money to delay them. But the world is watching, and silence won't work this time. So what's really going to happen? Will Jay-Z finally face the truth, or keep hiding behind lawyers? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over.